Toppy Smelly and the granny who loved fried chicken too much will not be seen, so that we may bring you the following special program.
Welcome back to Public Domain Theater. I am Rex Underwood Jr., beloved movie star, here to celebrate the fabulous holiday of Arbor Day. And our next film is a little something called Bride of the Gorilla. And, yeah, Bride of the Gorilla. Yes, you're in it. It's one of Spanky the Gorilla's most famous roles. He plays the dual role of a gorilla, I know it's a stretch, and Raymond Burr. Yeah, back before Raymond Burr was Perry Mason, he played a guy who thought he was a gorilla. Somebody put a hex on him, and he gets all crazy and runs around the jungle, and then there you go. And you, the stunt gorilla, were you? Stunt gorilla in that? You don't remember anything about it. You used to drink a lot. Is that the problem? Okay. Well, Spanky is in here somewhere as we enjoy Raymond Burr, that's right, Perry Mason, as a gorilla in Bride of the Gorilla on Public Domain Theater.
This is jungle, lush, green, alive with incredible growth, as young as day, as old as time. I, Terrell, police commissioner of Itnan County, which borders the Amazonas River, know it as well as any man will ever know it. Isn't it beautiful? But I have also learned that beauty can be venomous, deadly, something terrifying. Something of prehistoric ages when monstrous superstitions ruled the minds of men. Something that has haunted the world for millions of years. Let me tell you how the jungle itself took the law into its own hands. This was Van Gelder Manor, built to stand against the searing sun, built to shelter generations of Van Gelders.
Lucky for me, they've developed so many lovely new feminine ideas in kitchen styling.
It also has become prey to the powers of the jungle, that terrifying strength that arose to punish a man for his crime.
Hello, Barney.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Van Gelder. It's been an unpleasant day. Your husband pays me to run his plantation, not to be killed by the heat.
It's part of the job.
Rubber's going up in price every day. I can't get enough workmen. When I do, they run away to go into business for themselves. Now, when they had slaves.
Aren't we all slaves?
Sure.
Not me. I'm free.
You call this freedom? With bars in front of the windows?
No, thank you, Lorena.
This is no place for a beautiful woman. A A woman like you ought to travel.
Yeah. Now wait till you see San Francisco. I'll show you how to open up that Golden Gate.
Life runs away too fast if you don't hold on to it with both hands.
My life is here with my husband. After all, he did offer to share his name and his home with me.
You're confusing gratitude with love, Mrs. Van Gelder. There are other things much more important. A woman wants to be loved.
Hello, Klaus. Hello, Doctor.
Nice to see you, Dina. I was looking for you, Barney. You should have been at the warehouse.
The heat got me down, Mr. Van Gelder.
There was an accident, Barney. A man got hurt.
They always get hurt. That's the chance they take.
This one died. He wouldn't have died if you'd been there.
I can't be in two places at the same time.
Don't fight before dinner.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
Klaus isn't well. I told you, it's his low blood pressure. You can hardly hear his heartbeats.
I haven't had a chance for quite a while to get that close to his heart.
Dina, it's his complaint that you neglect him. You don't understand him.
Does he try to understand me?
What bothers me most is the way he just stands there and looks at me when I'm talking to him.
If you were married, you'd act differently, wouldn't you, Viet?
I was married once. Long ago.
You wouldn't know either, would you, Barney?
Come again?
I was just talking about marriage. What do you think about marriage?
Marriage is a contract. A civil contract, isn't it?
You mean it has nothing to do with love?
That's right. Sorry, Mary.
Thank you, Al Long. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings.
We had a case of smallpox down in the harbor, class. I think it'd be wise to inoculate all your workers.
You know about the complaint of that worker and his daughter?
It's my own business, Mr. Van Gelder.
You're living in my house. I demand that you conduct yourself accordingly. You've not done so. You can pick up your pay and leave.
It's all right with me.
What's the matter? What are you mad at Barney for?
I don't want him here any longer.
Do you mind if I have my dinner first?
Dinner is served, sir.
What's gotten into him?
I'll find out.
Did you pick a fight with Klaus today?
No, but I'm old enough not to be pushed around by anyone. I don't like his spies. That old woman, Al Long. 10 to 1, she gives him a report every day. I want to be treated right, that's all. Just because he has money doesn't mean he owns me.
Don't go away. Don't leave.
That's all I need to know.
Barney,
What do you want?
don't go away.
Talk to Van Gelder. Ask him to change his mind.
You take me with you. Remember, you promised.
I don't even know where I'm going.
I don't care. I just want to be with you. You said you'd never leave me. Why did you say it?
Because you wanted to hear it.
Oh, yeah?
You want to take dinner with you?
Be quiet. Now leave me alone.
You got rid of Barney Chavez, that was right. But still, I'd take her away from here. It's the climate. A woman buried in a place like this, you must understand if she gets a little mixed up.
Peggy, of course I can't go swimming. You know I've got the curse.
You better go to bed. I should, too. I don't like to see you taking so little care of yourself. But you'll be all right.
Thank you, Viet. Good night.
Good night.
Marina. Marina, what happened? Talk to me, my child.
Bonnie, he lied to me. He doesn't love me anymore.
His way may be just as good as your way.
But he will never hurt you again. Never.
What are you doing here?
Waiting. I wanted to talk to you.
I don't care to listen to anything you have to say.
You chose your time to talk, Van Gelder, in the presence of your wife, your doctor, and your servants. What I have to say, I wanted to say to you alone.
Sounds interesting. May I hear it?
You read from the Bible tonight, Van Gelder. But you didn't finish what you were reading.
I thought I'd made myself clear.
It goes on. Let them be confounded that persecute me. Bring upon them the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction.
I'm glad you remember something out of the Bible.
I was right pleasantly surprised.
A man sometimes gets in a spot where he has to make a big decision, Van Gelder.
My decision's been made.
Mine, too. You're standing in my way. And Dina's.
Did she ask you to tell me that?
We love each other. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, yes. They're real chum.
Bonnie! Help!
Are you insane?
I want to talk to you.
You keep out of this.
You've been hurt.
I'm leaving in the morning. You're coming with me.
I don't know about it. I just don't know.
He can't hold you here. This isn't a prison.
Where'll we go?
You'll visit the overdeveloped beaches of Armpit, South Carolina. 2 days in the margarine capital of the East Coast, Lubrication, Delaware. 6 months in Stankwell Falls, just moments from Dixley. America's least attended Pride Festival in You Ain't From Around Here, Alabama. Downtown Steak Sauce, Montana. And 10 minutes in the men's room of the last Kenny Rogers Roasters in Burkittsville, Maryland.
Bonnie, I'm afraid.
You'll be happy. I promise you. You'll be happy.
Where shall be the murderer these eyes have seen? Cursed shall be Barney Chavez. He shall be like an enemy that haunt in the jungle. The jungle shall haunt him to his death.
Did you write this?
You insist, Mr. Chavez, that the last time you saw Mr. Van Gelder was in this room?
You have it in writing.
Yet footprints the size and shape of your own were found near the body. Are you sure that you weren't in the garden last night?
Why don't you come right out with what you want to say, Commissioner? Why don't you ask me if I killed Klaus van Gelder? You know I had a quarrel with him. You got witnesses for that, haven't you?
I have, that's true. But the evidence I have is not strong enough to bring charges against you. What is your opinion, Dr. Viet?
Dorothy Westerly has a tooth that needs fixing.
Klaus van Gelder died from shock and suffocation caused by snake venom. He was a sick man. It may well have been that he had a fainting spell in the garden and the snake attacked him. Anyway, that's my official report.
And your private opinion?
My private opinion...
What a fantastic movie. We will get right back to Bride of the Gorilla in just a couple of moments, but I'd like to introduce to you one of the stars of Bride of the Gorilla, Spanky the Gorilla. Everyone, yes. So tell me, and tell everyone out there in TV land, what it was like to work with Raymond Burr. So, you two didn't get along? All right, let's get back to the movie, Bride of the Gorilla, here on Public Domain Theater.
It might have been that during a struggle, Mr. Chavez knocked Mr. Van Gelder down. The snake bit him. These reptiles often attack when frightened.
The doctor just told you Van Gelder died of suffocation caused by snake poison. That is official, isn't it?
You have a discoloration on your jaw. A fight, perhaps?
Why don't you stick to the point? Why don't you arrest me?
I would, but for one thing. These leaves. They come from a plant called the pédiguin. The plant of evil. Do you know about such a plant?
What makes you ask a thing like that?
These leaves worry me. They're used to put an evil spell on people.
Now listen, Taro, don't accuse me of using magic.
I don't. Along, would you come here, please?
I'm going to talk to you this morning about the way you look.
I want you to answer me truthfully. What do you know about Mr. Van Gelder's death?
He was bit by the snake.
He was? How do you know?
I saw it.
You did? Then did you also see Mr. Chavez?
No. He was in Mrs. Van Gelder's room all the time.
Is this true, Mrs. Van Gelder?
Yes. He came to say goodbye.
Tina. Well, this would seem to prove that Mr. Chavez had nothing to do with Mr. Van Gelder's death.
No, I guess not.
How long?
Remember, you can't have good looks without soap and water.
Where is the plant that these leaves came from? You know it's against the law to own such a plant. It's dangerous poison. I guess we'll have to search her room. Nato, take Al Long to her room and search it for a pédiguin plant. As you say, there's no use asking her questions. I sometimes feel as though I don't even speak my own people's language. Since I became an official, I seem to be standing outside their code of law.
I can remember having the same trouble when I was in high school.
The inquest is closed.
It's here, in the chest. Would you like to have such a plan for your own?
It's against the law.
It wards of sickness, keeps away the evil spirit, brings money into the house.
Turns whole onions into zesty, thin slices for delicious hamburgers. Slices mushrooms, tasty juliennes from sliced carrots.
But his power also brings evil. If you hurt it, you are cursed. Your wife will fall sick. Your children die. I bring such a plan to your house tonight.
No, I don't want it. I don't believe in black magic.
Don't tell anybody I have such a plan.
No, I won't. But you keep away from my house. I don't want witches near my children.
I'll bet if you cut or fluffed up your hair or something, you'll be powerful handsome.
Oh, pay de Goan. Cloud his mind. Change banish Chavez into an animal. In his eyes he shall be an animal. He shall be an animal in the animal's eyes.
Hello, Clara. Dr. Jett. Hello. Not going. It's quite a party. Want a cigarette?
What can I do to be glamorous?
Is this your first marriage, Mr. Chavez?
My father used to say, try everything once. Once I marry, I'll stay married.
I've been married for 26 years. I keep my marriage going. My wife does the rest.
You're slimy. Horrible.
For the master.
May I drink? May I drink to you, neighbor? We're only 40 miles apart. That's practically door to door in this part of the world.
Well, I see you're getting service in your house.
Here's to good service.
Shining eyes, beautiful smile, and loads of pep.
I'm very unlucky. Every time I meet an attractive man, he's either married or just going to be married.
Better luck next time. Excuse me, Doctor. From now on, it'll just be you and me. Nothing else matters.
Who are you and what's this all about?
I've come a long way to find you.
What's all that about? Mr. Chavez, the papers are prepared. All you have to do is sign them and pay for the government stamp.
Every step in life starts with paying money. No, you sign first. I'm afraid you might change your mind.
How shall I sign? My maiden name?
Your legal name.
Lipstick is your exclamation point. Use it sparingly, but well.
Hello, public domain film fans. If there are any of you, and if there are, please get therapy soon. I am Rex Underwood Jr., beloved film star of the 1960s and 70s. Thank you. Thank you. Sit down at home. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Joining me as co-host for our film festival, Spanky the Gorilla. We co-starred in many films together back in the 60s and 70s, and you always got top billing, but that's okay. I'm not hurt. I'm okay with that. Kill him. We are going to be celebrating Arbor Day today. That's why we're here. These films are to commemorate trees, which is why we are here in this very realistic looking forest with this very realistic looking tree that we bought at the, I think it came from Walmart. Enjoy.
Barney, let me in. What happened?
Close the door. It's my hand.
What's the matter?
This drawing shows us a cross-section of the skin. Here is one of the hairs which grow out of the skin.
Let me see. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's all right. Yes, it's all right.
But it hurt. Suddenly, it hurt bad.
Let's go back.
No, Tell him I got sick. Tell him I got a fever. Tell him anything you want.
You better lie down. I'll send Dina in.
No, I don't want to see anyone.
You're sure you don't want to see him?
No. Now, leave me alone, will you?
All right.
Don't you like me?
Of course I like you.
Pour me a glass.
Sure.
Something's bothering you. You sorry you married me?
No. Why should I be? I never thought I'd have such a beautiful wife.
You've changed so much.
Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't changed. Listen, Dina. Listen.
What is it?
The jungle.
Close the door. I don't want to hear it.
Sounds like music. You hear that? You hear that high sound? It's a bird with long red feathers. It flies without making a noise. But its voice gives it away.
I know it. It's a vicuna bird.
I even hear the snakes.
You have an honest face. I'll paint your house for $25.
You hear them? Dina. Go to bed, Dina. I'll be back soon.
If you love me, don't go.
I'll be back.
Bonnie, you can't leave me. Bonnie, take him into the house, quickly.
Oh, these are my hands. It's not my arms, not my eyes. It's not my face.
Hello, Dina.
I thought you'd never get here.
It was 100 miles away. How long's it been like this?
Ever since I found him in the garden.
When was that?
6 hours ago.
Well, you must have a fever.
No, my hands, they hurt. They hurt.
Yes, he complained about his hands before.
But the things he says don't make sense.
Things he says in his fever? Of course not.
The face.
Face in the water. Face. Watch out!
Why, even this morning, Mother was a little worried.
That's all we can do for him now.
Is he kidding?
Happy?
Very. Barney loves me. That's the difference between my two marriages. And I love him.
Class was my friend.
What do you want me to say? I've already told you I'm unhappy, but that he had to die such a horrible death.
At such a convenient time.
Yes, at such a convenient time.
Murderer!
An accident. Al Long saw it happen.
She may have been lying.
It was an accident.
It must have been, since Barney was in your room at the time.
And you wish that wasn't the truth?
Yes.
A woman always knows a man's feelings about her.
You were his first wife. He doesn't want you anymore. Now even I don't want you.
Barney's going to be all right. I'll stop by in a few days. You know where to find me if you need me.
Thank you, Viet.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello, Tara. Hello, Doctor. Come in. Am I interrupting important affairs of state? No. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Eso es todo.
Sí, señor.
Have you heard of this big cat that's supposed to be around? Of course. Some say it's a puma. Others a giant ape. And still others say it's the sukarath. A sukarath? That's a new kind of animal to me. That's a famous jungle demon. It tears living animals to shreds with its claws and then feeds upon them. Has been known to attack humans also. It hasn't so far, I hope. No, but I'm sure it will.
That's right. Sorry, Mary.
Someone will use this rumor to kill somebody. Blame it on the sukarath. It's happened before. It has? I closed the Van Gelder case today, officially. Death due to suffocation caused by snake venom. That's your report, Doctor. It's not my opinion. But of course, my opinion doesn't seem to carry much weight in this case. After all, you're only the police commissioner. Who would be interested in your opinion?
Dewey Termolan, chief of the poultry branch of the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
You know, Doctor, I was born in this little town. I know. I sometimes regret that I went to university and then returned to this jungle with its superstitions. It only served to confuse me. You never impressed me that way, Taro. How can I help being confused? My native mind is filled with these superstitions.
Because all you of Earth are idiots.
My legal mind was developed through books written by people without emotion.
I actually made 4 flying trips to the Pacific Coast to film excerpts of the show.
But I know that Barney Chavez murdered Van Gelder. I know it emotionally. I should arrest that man and charge him with murder. Why don't you?
Oh, yeah?
I know that Al Long lied to protect him. But I also know that he cannot escape punishment. Why? The Sukarath. The Sukarath? The jungle demon? Taro, you're joking. You don't mean it. Barney Chavez will be brought to justice. The jungle will see to that.
There are so many wonderful things to look forward to.
Hello?
Commissioner?
This is the commissioner.
Hiya.
Well, Mr. Van Huysen.
Yes, it's me. You've got to get over here right away. My crabgrass has taken over.
On your plantation?
You better hurry up. My cucumbers are dead.
It's killed already?
Yep, no pickles this
this
year.
Is serious.
That's why I called you, Chowderhead.
Yes, I'll be right over.
When?
Immediately.
See you later.
Goodbye. Senorita, mi pistola. What's all that about? 3 rubber tappers have already seen the Sukarath. And Here it is. It's killed already. Next time, it might be a human.
What does it look like, this mystical animal?
It takes various forms.
Neck's been broken, teeth marks, hide's been torn to shreds.
You, come over here. Did you see this animal?
Yes.
Was it the jaguar?
No. No, Doctor. It was huge and red.
Red?
Yes. It has a head like a man and teeth like an alligator.
What did I tell you, Doctor? The sukara.
That it was. My wife saw it too. For a couple of nights, it was sneaking around our hut. It walks in his hind legs.
Like a man?
No. Like a beast that walks like a man.
Well, there's only one thing to do. Set traps and see if we can catch the beast.
We have put many traps, all along the clearing and in the jungle.
Well, what did you use for bait?
With your friends and neighbors for a better, safer community.
Alma! Marina!
Just love that. Wasn't that an okay film? It was a nice way to pass a little. It was in focus. Anybody? It was okay, close enough. It was free, so don't complain. We are celebrating a little Arbor Day festival here of fabulous public domain films. I am Rex Underwood Jr., beloved movie star. Thank you. And joining me, my co-host, is Spanky the Gorilla. We started many films together back in the 60s and 70s, and we were almost as popular as Abbott and Costello. We were almost as popular as Abbott. No one cared. But hopefully you do, because I've got a new album. I want you to take a look at it. It's themed for Arbor Day. It's some wonderful songs. Oh, hang on, am I too close? How about this camera over here? Is this the one? Can you see? How about over here? Well, where do I? Hold. There. There's the album. There's the album, and it's full of songs about Arbor Day. I wrote these songs. They're gorgeous. Your skin is like pine bark. You really should moisturize. The roots of our love run deep, and yours need touching up. How about, baby, you're a clinging vine, and you're choking me to death. Seriously, I can't breathe. Well, all those and more are on this album. Look for it at truck stops near you. You'll enjoy it.
I'm so glad you came. I was scared.
What?
I don't know. Somebody was here.
tell me who?
I don't know. I don't know.
What did you shoot at?
I don't know.
Here is a face for which I cannot supply a name.
Where's Mr. Chavez?
Out in the jungle. I haven't seen him since last night.
In the jungle?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. What's he doing in the jungle?
Hunting?
Hunting? He didn't take his gun along.
He hasn't need one.
We came to warn him that the rubber tappers have set traps in the jungle.
What for?
There's a strange animal about. It's killed many cattle already.
What kind of a beast?
It's an unusual animal. It walks on its hind legs. Don't forget, warn Mr. Chavez to be careful of traps when he goes in the jungle.
Oh, come, Taro. Next thing you're going to say is that Ban is the jungle demon, the Sukarath.
The Sukarath is only a symbol.
What are you talking about?
You better take Barney away from here.
And what if he doesn't want to go?
He'll go if I ask him. But I wish I knew what he was doing out there.
Mrs. Chavez, the next time he goes into the jungle, why don't you accompany him and find out? But if you should, be sure and go well armed.
In here. Can't get out.
Your leg.
Yes, sir. Make mine chicken.
I can't get out. Give me that gun. Just don't stand there. Give me the gun.
Stay here. I'll get help.
No.
You're hurt. Let me cut off your boot.
Here. Hold on, Chief.
How long? Did you want to help me out at the inquest, or... Where's Lorena? I haven't seen...
You mustn't get up.
I'm all right. That old woman really knows her stuff. Much better than your quack doctor.
I think I better call my quack doctor just to make sure.
There isn't any point.
No, I don't want you to talk to him. I don't want you to talk to anybody. I told you nobody should know.
Why not? It's not your fault. Anybody could have stepped into that trap.
No. Anyone but me would have known.
What do you mean?
I heard something. Something I never heard before.
Did you hear that?
Something strange and beautiful. A voice calling me. The next thing I knew, I was in a trap.
Oh, let's go away.
I wanted to right after class. Right after. But I didn't dare. The people...
I don't care what the people say or think about us.
I want them to feel pleased. Scared hell out of me.
Let's leave right away. Tomorrow. Remember I told you once a woman like you ought to travel. Let's go to Paris. Now, I've never been there. I'll buy you clothes in Paris, and then we'll go to London.
And I'll buy you clothes in London. Bonnie, I love you. Please don't let anything happen to us.
I think you're cute.
I love you, Dina. For the first time in my life, I'm not afraid of saying it. To you, or to myself.
His eyes.
Sorry to see you leave, Barney.
I haven't left yet, Doctor. I'm still around.
Where are you going to live? I hear Dina's mad about Rio.
We haven't made up our minds.
Don't question him, Doctor, or he might reconsider selling the plantation.
I don't think so. The papers are already drawn. Taro will be here any moment to notarize them.
You can rely on Taro. He's around when you need him, or when he thinks he should be around.
He has an intuitive sense. It's quite uncanny.
There he is. Talk about him and he pops up. It never fails.
The sound of my voice travels to the microphone through air, doesn't it?
See, let me have a look at you.
What's the matter?
Your eyes, pupils, they worry me.
Nothing wrong with me.
I'll be glad when the rains come, though. Well, I have the papers all drawn up. All they lack is your signature.
I hope these are the final papers I must sign.
We do not sign the final papers.
That's right. I sign them. I'm the coroner.
Exactly.
Come in. Hello, Doctor.
Now I'm sure you're leaving. I didn't quite believe it before.
You didn't?
No, words often don't mean much, but when you see it, why,
Well, you'll be seeing us in Rio. Didn't you tell me you were leaving the government service?
Yes, in a few months.
This is for you, Lorena. I think you'll find use for it someday.
Isn't that the dress you wore when you married Klaus?
Yes. That's why I want to get rid of it. Past is dead, Viet. Stone dead. What's wrong? You look serious.
I'm worried.
About me?
No. About Barney. He's not well.
It's the fever. He'll be all right once we get out of here.
Tell me, Dina, does he take drugs? I watched him today. His eyes.
What's the matter with his eyes?
Dilation of the pupil. Certain drugs cause optical atrophy, sympathetic irritation, or weakness of the ocular nerve.
I don't understand a word.
He looks to me like a man who's been poisoned.
Poisoned?
I'm sure of it. I'd like to examine him, but...
He'd never stand for that.
I know. It's almost impossible to make a diagnosis without chemical analysis. But all the symptoms seem to point to the fact that...
Wait here. I'll get him.
Did you write this?
Have you seen Barney?
Have we seen Barney? We thought he was with you.
No, the last time I saw him, he was talking to you. How long?
Where's Mr. Chavez?
He went away.
Went away?
I saw him crossing the garden for the jungle.
Well, he should be back soon.
Dina.
He won't be back tonight.
Dad does enjoy his leisure time.
Tell Van Huysen that there's no use waiting.
But what's he doing in the jungle at night time?
"10 o'clock. I think we should send the servants out to find him. Something must have happened to him.
It's no use. He won't be back until late.
Then you tell Barney if he wants to sell his plantation to see me at my house. Tell him this is no way to behave, running away without an excuse."
Mrs. Chavez can sign the papers. She's the legal owner.
She could?
My husband's the boss in this house.
Well, I wish my wife could hear that.
You're slimy. Horrible.
I'm glad they left.
They left day before yesterday.
I changed my mind. I'm not going to sell the plantation. I like it here.
Barney,
No use arguing. My mind's made up.
I won't stay here.
If you want to leave, I won't hold you.
All right. Goodbye, dear.
Barney, you've been poisoned. Be sure of it.
Poisoned? He's been lying to you. Oh, don't tell me different. I've had my eyes open.
Why should he?
He's in love with you.
There's nothing between Viet and me, and you know it.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not happy here. I'm happy out there in the jungle.
Barney, please.
Why shouldn't I tell you? Why shouldn't I? Out there in the jungle. Out there, everything's different. I seem changed. My hands, my eyes. I can see further than I've ever seen before. I can climb as if I had wings. I can smell 1,000 smells. Flowers, plants, the animals. I'm strong and powerful. The jungle's my house. It belongs to me.
Barney, listen to me, please. It's all in your mind. Barney, please, listen. I love you.
I can hear voices. Voices miles away.
This is your granddad calling from Boston.
The animals talk to me, and I understand them. I understand them. They're afraid of me. Afraid of me.
Yes, I know. Barney, go to sleep. You're tired.
Tired? Tired? Yes, I'm tired.
I'm tired, too. Very tired. Please, go to sleep.
I will, till the night. When it's night, I'll show you the jungle. Then you'll know I'm telling the truth. What do you want?
We cannot go on working for you.
Why not?
It isn't safe. There's an animal around. We are afraid.
The rest of the summer, I worked at the service station here in town.
We almost caught it in a trap, but it got away. Now none of my men will go to the jungle anymore, as long as it is alive.
What does it look like?
We just came to get our pay. We're going to move away from here to get where some else place.
Sure. You can have your pay. I won't stop you.
Yours, 2 weeks' pay. That's all.
Okay.
Your hands.
What's the matter with my hands?
It looks like dry blood.
Drink it down.
What is it?
Take it, it'll calm you.
A drink before dinner in the evening is just about the best thing I know of to settle your nerves and give you an appetite.
I'd be frightened if I weren't so unhappy.
He thinks he's a jungle animal. What kind of animal? There are drugs that cause hallucinations, schizophrenia, manic depression.
But who would want to poison him?
Taro thinks that Barney murdered Klaas.
Viet.
He's convinced of it.
And you?
I'm certain. Barney killed Klaas, and it was no accident. It was premeditated murder. You don't want to see it because you're in love with him.
I am in love with him.
He has to be put away. He's dangerous. It might be his conscience that's driving him out of his mind.
Are you like Mr. Bungle? Mr. Bungle is ashamed because he spoils lunchtime.
You're in love with me, aren't you, Viet?
Yes. Since the first day Klaas brought you to his house.
I'm sorry. He's my husband. For better or for worse.
The servants have run away.
They have?
All the workers have quit. Everyone's gone. Why don't you leave?
I can't.
Sure you can. You're free.
That's what Viet told me. That I can go wherever I want. That I'm free.
He's right.
Let me out of here. Let me out of here now. Do you hear now?
I told him that I belong to you. And only death can part us.
Death can't touch me. I just started to live. You don't know the jungle.
Now I do. And I hate it. I hate it more than any woman that would take you away from me.
What is there about this woman that turns everyone's head?
I'm going with you.
You wouldn't like it out there. You haven't got the eyes to see or the ears to hear. It wouldn't protect you. You hate it. That's why it hates you.
Don't go. Let's stay here. Don't go tonight. We'll go tomorrow together. Remember the night you said you loved me? You said you'd always love me, always.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Barney!
How do you like my jungle?
I don't know about the rest of the country, but it's certainly the most popular with me.
Stop!
Goodbye, Dina.
Barney!
Dina, where are you? Dina! How long? Lorena! There's not a soul around. Servants must have gone too.
I expected that as soon as I found this.
What is it?
Yes, it is.
It's the poison she used on Barney Chavez. She wanted to take the law in her own hands.
Dina must have followed Barney into the jungle.
Right.
Well, how can we find them at nighttime?
I know my jungle, Doctor. Out there, my senses are those of an animal. Come.
Over there.
Put that down.
It's in there.
Like something that has been haunting the world for millions of years, the jungle has risen to punish Barney Chavez for his crime.
Oh, that movie was full of green things, wasn't it? That was a fun little Arbor Day movie there, full of jungle plants and trees and Raymond Burr and gorillas. And, oh, it sang to me. Hi, I'm Rex Underwood Jr., beloved movie star of the 1960s and 70s. And joining me here is one of the stars of that film. It is Spanky, the Wonder Gorilla. You were really good in that, even though you don't remember doing much of it. You don't remember anything about it. Yeah, but the check cleared, didn't it? Speaking of which, I could use your money for my brand new Arbor Day album. Please take a look at this so you'll recognize it when you go to the store. It is, oh, well, that's not it. Hang on. How about over here? Can you see it here if I put it over there? It is Rex Underwood Jr.'s Wood Pulp Magic. There's fabulous songs on here. New songs in honor of Arbor Day. For example, The Forest is Green, just like your teeth. I sprayed for termites, but I forgot to spray for you. And also, our love reminds me of the mighty oak. And so does your wooden leg. All of these songs and more are on this fabulous album, which you can pick up at truck stops near you. So please grab one. Grab two if you like. Steal them. Somebody take them. Alrighty then.